Returning world champion Wascar Carpio of USA. It's going to be very difficult to get onto the podium, and this year getting onto the podium, very important because it's also a qualifier for the World Games. Would love to make it back to back. And here is Wascar Carpio, 202.5. And Wascar should be on the board.
3 white lights, a good lift, good start to the competition.
Wascar had a phenomenal prep leading into this. He historically had some big, huge hero cuts to make the 59 class. Said he was not going to do that for Worlds, kept his body weight low. Wascar has a total in mind regardless, but number one is win. That looked about the same as his opener. His opener looked like work. His second looks like work. I think this is just how he's going to look today.
Focused. He looks dialed in today. And even if it's not moving lightning fast, it's moving, and that's what matters.
You never know with some of these lifters in terms of the weight cuts and travel, how to affect them. Wascar looks okay and on point. Third and final. Oh, right on the money. Perfect attempt selection by Team USA. 3 white lights, and that is how you go 3 for 3 and leave no kilos on the table. As Wascar tells the 59s, some of them stumbling, Wascar refusing to stumble, looking to retain his crown at the IPF World Championships. As Taylor handles 137.5. Little shaky on that right side.
Yeah, it was a little bit 1-2, and he gets a yellow from the right-hand side referee.
You see him having a conversation with Matt Gary. Matt Gary asking, now why was that? How did it feel? Because that's only an opener, and he still has to second and third attempt. Lot like his opening squat and then his second attempt on squat.
Okay, it definitely looked smoother than his opening attempt.
Yeah, very well controlled. Never the professional. 147 for America's own Wascar Carpio, 2.5 kilo jump. Nicely done, and again, looks a lot like his second attempt, 3 white lights. Wascar Carpio, 240 kilos.
By looking at the scoreboard at the moment, your dream of a 600 plus podium may not be out of reach yet, Ryan.
Wow, smooth, easy pull. That might have been the best opener we've seen from him today.
Yeah, I think it might have been his best lift of all day. I was going to say the same thing. He's looking really strong here in deadlift.
So 255, hit 240 smooth, 15 kilo jump for him. He has a lead. Wow, that was smooth. And that should slam the door shut, because now he's at 625 for his total. If he hits this, it's a world title. It's a ticket to Sheffield. Already got the World Games. What a pivotal performance for Wascar Carpio. Can he go 9 for 9? Oh my gosh! And he locks it out, and that was a fight to get that lockout. 3 white lights. It cannot be contested. Can you believe the heart on Wascar? Looked like he wasn't going to complete that lift for a moment. Overcome, and that was a scrap, Amelia.
What an absolutely amazing day for Wascar. Ended on 637.5. The emotion on the platform, and here in the arena is absolutely incredible.
I did not think he was going to lock it out by the time he was about an inch over his knees, and he never stopped pulling. What a show these 59s put on, Amelia. Wascar Carpio had his sights set for that 637.5 kilo total. Takes a deadlift gold medal, back-to-back world champion, going to World Games, going to Sheffield, 637.5. And what a performance he put on, doing an excellent 9 for 9. You came into this one with a clear goal. Obviously, you wanted to win the world title, but you also wanted to qualify for Sheffield.
Yeah. I knew the task at hand is, of course, to win, get the team points, and secure the second world title. But I didn't want to leave here again a world champion and go home and wonder if I was gonna get that wild card, because I knew it would be a very slim chance, knowing other people are closer than me to their respective world record. So I knew it was important for me to leave it all out here, be undeniable, and not go back home wondering what if once again.
People have compared you to Penna the way you're popularizing the 59 kilo class. A fair assessment.
Yeah.
But that last deadlift was also reminiscent of Penna. My God, was that a grind. You had enough time during that deadlift probably to think about what you were doing. What were you thinking? And was there ever any doubt in your head? Because viewing, it looked like, oh my gosh, he might not hit it.
Dude, beforehand, there was absolutely no doubt. I mean, when I went back there after my second, I told Matt, load it. I'm 100% for it. And of course, when I start the pull and I feel it on my hands, I knew it wasn't gonna be as easy as my second, and I knew it was gonna be a fight. But the last thing I wanted to do was either give up, let it slip out of my hands, or anything. So I held on, kept pulling, and it came up, man. Came up.
It's crazy. All of the other 59s in the warm-up room are congratulating you, not just because you won, because you're taking the 59 kilo class to Sheffield. The biggest show in powerlifting in the 59 kilo class is going to go there. I think everybody is on the same page with what you're doing for that weight class. Do you feel that as well? Some camaraderie amongst the 59s being like, we have one that represents us?
Yes, I do, and it's an honor to be that vessel that gets to step on that stage now in like, what is that, 7 months. It's an honor, but I also came in with that pressure, right, to deliver, because everybody was wondering, can he really do it? I did it at nationals, of course, in the home turf, but can he come to the world stage, travel, and replicate it? And I knew I was capable. So I just had to believe in myself.
After you hit that pole, you couldn't contain the emotions and you broke down. I'll be honest, I felt where you were coming from, because I know we talked on the podcast previously what this means. If anyone hasn't heard your background story, by God, they got to go hear it. From where you're from, literally a street kid with your little brother, getting snuck into the U.S., your family back home, everybody who might come from a disprivileged background, and to see what you're doing right now. If they ever heard your story, to see what you're capable of doing, and your wife, kids watching this, what were the emotions and what were you thinking, and what were you thinking about once you reached that final pull?
It's from the walkout, from just walking out and seeing the weight. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't just 267.5 on the bar. It was the past 12 months of being away from my wife, my son, being in the gym, and every session reminding myself of what I'm building up to do. It was all of that in front of me. So it was, I knew last year I let the emotions get the best of me and I didn't execute to the best of my abilities. So while I was feeling all of those emotions, I knew that I had to stay composed until the job was done. So that's what I did. I stayed composed, but when I got that lift to the top, made sure that it was 3 white lights, undeniable, don't let it go to the juries, and that's when the past 12 months of emotions just kind of came out. I couldn't even control it even if I wanted to, and it was just the demons were slayed tonight.
What do you hope to accomplish both on and off the platform leading into Sheffield and at Sheffield?
My goal is to show anybody out there that it is possible, whether it is you fail once, you can come back and make it happen. The big part also is going to be, of course, is going to be a journey that I'm going to be able to document, and my son someday is going to be watching this. So I look to inspire him in any way possible with this. And my folks back home, anybody that's going to be supporting me from the Dominican Republic, I know I'm not going to be representing the United States on that platform, but my homeland is the Dominican Republic, and I hope to inspire them back home as well. Anything's possible, man. I started this sport a little over 3.5 years ago, and I had no idea where I was going to take it. And but the opportunity was put in front of me, and I just simply believed that I could. And I dreamed about it I obsessed about it, and I made it happen. And that's what I hope when people watch this and they are able to watch the lead up to Sheffield, they can feel that. And it's truly, it doesn't matter where you start, is if you keep going, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, you're just bound to do something special. So.
You are literally the epitome of the American dream. Are you not?
Yeah.
And you left Dominican as a street kid, and the background story that you had. What if you return as a two-time world champion, and they see you now and you start talking to some of these public schools? Have you thought about doing that?
That is something that's been living in the back of my mind. I would love to be able to do something like that, go back home, and show them like it's real, like I'm here, and be able to speak, because powerlifting is growing back home, and that would be a very cool opportunity, and it'll kill two birds one stone, because my wife wants to visit, and I'd love to show my son where I came from. So
Keep her happy. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Two birds, one stone, man. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, how was the weight cut this time, my friend?
it was, of course, no 70 kilos, no more. So it was pretty easy. We knew, coming from nationals, we didn't want to get any heavier than when we were probably 6 weeks out. So coming off of nationals, I enjoyed myself with the family for a little bit, but we maintained that 138-ish pound body weight for most of the prep to kind of remain as healthy and be able to push as much as possible. So it was pretty easy, nothing to worry about coming into this meet. It's especially from nationals as well, we learned a lot. So everything that we learned from that, applied it here, and it made it very easy. And I look forward to not doing that again in the future. No big cuts, no more big cuts.
What are your impressions of the 59-kilo class, and what do you attribute this influx of top-end 59s from?
I think it just not only people are realizing that, hey, there's a class that I'm able to compete under, but it's becoming exciting. If people are seeing the eyes that are now tuning into the class, and of course the younger generation coming up, they're starting powerlifting a lot earlier, and people are realizing that, hey, if I cut down to the 59-kilo class, I can be more competitive, and it's becoming more popular, and it's amazing to see going from one flight of 6 lifter a few years ago to now back-to-back years having 2 flights. It's amazing to see.
Do you have any words for Fedoshenko if he's watching?
It's simply put, it's my era. Your time is done, and you're gonna have to take this from me, and I don't think that's possible.
Congratulations, champ. I hope you get everything you're looking for. Until next time.